Welcome back to No Grandmother Story. Today we are here, the last series we are here to talk about how can we avoid the traps in prop trading firms. Today we are using Pionex as example here, so I'm going to show you how Pionex rules and regulations and how do you avoid falling into the traps. Okay, if you fall into the traps, right, you wasted your audition fees, which is I don't want it to be happen. Okay, if you lose up your audition fees, which I'm still acceptable, but if you fall into their traps, which means that your drawdown is haven't reached yet, but you lose up your trade. I don't want this to be happen. So you need to take note every single thing. Okay, here, you can see that, right, in this Pionex prop trading programs, right, it's having a simple mode and a hard mode. Okay, today I'm not here, I wouldn't cover the hard mode, which is really hard. Okay, we are here to cover simple mode. When it comes to simple mode, right, it's very obvious that you can see in phase 1 you need to make 10%, but your maximum drawdown it's only 8% and 10%. Okay, 8%, 10% depends on packages. If it's at 25k, it's about 8%, but if it's at 50k, it's about 10%. But when it comes to daily drawdown limit that you need to take note, so there's 3 things you need to remember. The first thing is about slippage. Let's say your daily drawdown limit, which means that you're risking 5% for one trade. You're very aggressive traders. When you're risking 5%, right, you don't forget about slippage. You don't really put in 5% damage cost. Maybe you are putting like 4%, 4.5%. It's good enough, because when the market fluctuates really high volatility, the slippage is going to hit it and you lose more than your damage cost. This is going to kick you out from hitting the maximum drawdown. Understand that? Which means that maybe you lose 5%, you haven't lose 10%, but you're going to got kicked out easily. Understand this one? So remember, the first thing is slippage. Trying to set your damage cost lower. You don't put exactly 5%, maybe 4, maybe 3.5. Is easier and better. Got it? Second, we are here to talk about your transaction fees. Even though the prop calculated with transaction fees, but we are here, we need to calculate the transaction fees too, which means we need to avoid by hitting our transaction fees. For example, when you put 10% profits, don't exactly make 10%. You need to make 10.2% at least, or 10.1% at least 1 to 200 extra to cover the transaction fees. Let's say you need to make 10k, but your profit is 9.9k. So I would ask you how you want to make that balance $1,000, or maybe you need to make that balance $100. So you are a dilemma that whether you want to go for long or short really. So I don't want this to be happen to you. So the best thing is about when you take profits, right, you need to put in like 10,200, additional 200 extra to cover the transaction fees. Okay, if you want to lower down your transaction fees, remember set the limit. And also, even though the same thing is about when it's like daily drawdown, you don't forget your transaction fees too. The nearer your stop loss, the higher the transaction fees, because you are using a bigger margins. Remember, take note. So try to have your stop loss more than 2%, maybe 2.5, 2.8, or maybe 3, 3.5, doesn't matter. You need to be higher. The third one, it's about your audition fees. Every time when you get funded, remember the rules is about you only need to make $100 and above. The first withdrawal, after the first withdrawal, you will get to withdraw the balance audition fees. That is your cost. Try your best to withdraw the audition fees first, because once you withdraw the audition fees, your cost becomes zero. Your mindset totally different. You lose nothing. You can really trade really well without emotionals. That's how you're gonna make a great profits in your prop tradings. So this is the 4 video that I'm gonna cover. And remember, finish all the videos. Of course, you are here, you already finished your videos, and start your prop tradings. If you have any questions, follow my Instagram. You can try to ask. Remember, join the Discords. Everyone, all the coaches support you in the Discord. Any questions, ask in Discord. We try our best to help you. Thank you.